Have you ever wondered how an avalanche, a mass of snow, can rocket down a mountain faster than a high-speed train? Yes, you heard it right. Avalanches, those tumbling walls of white, aren't just slow-moving gentle giants. Some of them can outpace even the fastest human-made machines. Let's start at the beginning. When we think about avalanches, we often picture a slow, cascading flow of snow, almost graceful in its descent. It's a common perception, one that's been reinforced by countless movies and nature documentaries. But this image doesn't always match up with reality. Avalanches can be deceptive, hiding their true nature behind a veil of icy serenity. Here's a surprising fact that might shatter your perception. Some avalanches have been clocked at speeds of more than 100 miles per hour. That's faster than a cheetah, the fastest land animal, and speedier than most high-speed trains. It's a mind-boggling concept, isn't it? A mass of snow racing down a mountainside at breakneck speeds with the force of a freight train and the unpredictability of a wild beast. So what exactly propels these avalanches to such astonishing speeds? Well, it's a combination of factors including the steepness of the slope, the weight and consistency of the snow, and the presence of a weak layer within the snowpack. But these are just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. In the coming minutes, we'll delve deeper into the science behind these speedy avalanches. We'll explore how they start, what fuels their incredible velocity, and the impact they have on everything in their path. We'll also discuss how understanding this phenomenon can help us predict and prepare for these natural disasters, potentially saving lives and property. So fasten your seatbelts, folks. We're about to embark on a thrilling journey into the heart of one of nature's most powerful and awe-inspiring phenomena. In the next few minutes, we will unravel the science behind the speed of avalanches. It all starts with a trigger, a disturbance in the delicate balance of the snowpack. Imagine a serene snow-covered slope, the sheer weight of the snow pressing down, creating layers upon layers. It's a precarious structure, a house of cards waiting for the slightest nudge to topple it all. This nudge, this trigger, can come from a variety of sources. It could be something as simple as additional snowfall. You see, each new layer of snow adds pressure to the layers beneath it. And if the lower layers can't bear the weight, they fracture, triggering the rapid downhill movement we know as an avalanche. But snowfall is not the only culprit. Human activity such as skiing, snowboarding, or snowmobiling can also disturb the delicate balance of the snowpack. The pressure from a single footstep, or the vibration from a snowmobile's engine could be enough to fracture the snow layers. The result? An avalanche. Even a slight change in temperature can set off an avalanche. If the temperature rises, the snow can begin to melt, seeping down into lower layers and weakening the snowpack structure. On the other hand, if the temperature falls, the top layer of snow can freeze, increasing the weight on the layers beneath. But it's not just about the trigger. It's about the conditions that make the snowpack susceptible to these triggers in the first place. The steepness of the slope, the type of snow, the wind direction. Each of these factors plays a crucial role in determining whether an avalanche will occur. Once an avalanche is triggered, it's a force to be reckoned with. The snow, once a picturesque blanket on the mountain, transforms into a turbulent sea of white, rushing downhill with a power that's both awe-inspiring and terrifying. But what makes these avalanches so fast? How does a peaceful snowpack turn into a racing torrent of snow capable of reaching speeds of over 100 miles per hour? Once set in motion, the avalanche can reach remarkable speeds, but how? Let's dive deeper. The speed of an avalanche is not just about gravity pulling snow downhill. Let's dive into the physics of avalanches and unravel the factors that allow these natural phenomena to reach speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. First, we need to consider friction. Friction between the snow and the ground, as well as within the snow itself, can either speed up or slow down an avalanche. The less friction there is, the faster the avalanche can travel. As snow layers slide against each other, they generate heat, which can melt the snow and create a thin layer of water. This water can act as a lubricant, decreasing friction and accelerating the avalanche. Next, the angle of the slope plays a crucial role. Steeper slopes can lead to faster avalanches as the force of gravity pulling the snow downhill increases. However, if the slope is too steep, the snow may not accumulate sufficiently to trigger an avalanche in the first place. Then, we have the snow density. Heavier, denser snow can lead to more potent avalanches, as there is more mass to be pulled downhill by gravity. Conversely, lighter, less dense snow may not have the weight needed to trigger an avalanche, or it might result in slower avalanches. Lastly, the layering of the snowpack is a critical factor. The snowpack is made up of different layers of snow that have fallen at different times and under different conditions. Some layers may be weak and loosely packed, while others may be dense and tightly packed. If a weak layer is buried beneath a dense layer, the weight of the dense layer can cause the weak layer to collapse, triggering an avalanche. The interaction between these layers can significantly affect the avalanche's speed, so it is these factors, friction, slope angle, snow density, and the layering of the snowpack, that allow avalanches to reach such astonishing speeds. But what happens when an avalanche hits this top speed? The power and speed of an avalanche can have devastating effects. When we speak of high-speed avalanches, we're not merely discussing a natural phenomenon. We're talking about an incredibly forceful event that can wreak havoc in a matter of moments. To begin with, let's consider the potential damage to property. Avalanches have been known to flatten entire communities, leaving destruction in their wake. Buildings, roads, and infrastructure can all be swept away in an instant. Imagine a wall of snow, ice and debris hurtling towards you at over 100 miles an hour. It's not hard to see how this force of nature could level a small town in the blink of an eye. In addition to the physical damage, the disruption to ecosystems can be immense. Avalanches can alter landscapes, changing the habitats of plants and animals. They can uproot trees, bury vegetation, and disrupt water sources, causing ripple effects throughout the ecosystem. The sudden disturbance and the aftermath can affect the wildlife in the area, forcing animals to adapt, relocate, or perish. But perhaps the most chilling impact of high-speed avalanches is the threat to human life. People can be trapped, injured, or worse. It's a terrifying thought, but it's a reality in many mountainous regions around the world. Even with modern advancements in technology and forecasting, predicting the exact timing and path of an avalanche remains a challenging task. This underscores the importance of understanding and predicting avalanches. Through scientific research and technological advancements, we can better anticipate these events and implement strategies to mitigate their impacts. By improving our knowledge and awareness, we can save lives, protect property, and preserve our precious ecosystems. In conclusion, the speed of an avalanche is not just a fascinating fact, it's a critical factor that determines the severity of its impact. Whether it's the destruction of property, the disruption of ecosystems, or the loss of human life, the consequences of high-speed avalanches are profound. It's clear that the speed of an avalanche can greatly influence its impact. So how fast can an avalanche go? As we've uncovered, under the right conditions, it can exceed 100 miles an hour. This journey of ours began with exploring the mystery of speedy avalanches. We learned that avalanches are not just random acts of nature, but rather a fascinating interplay of environmental conditions, snow structure, and sometimes, human triggers. Like a ticking time bomb, a snow-covered slope can appear calm and serene, but beneath the surface, it's a different story. The tension builds, layer upon layer, until finally, the trigger is activated, and the avalanche begins. We then dived into the heart of the avalanche, understanding the physics that governs these rapid descents. What factors cause some avalanches to speed up to such extraordinary velocities? The steepness of the slope, the type and weight of the snow, the temperature, and even the wind. All these elements have a part to play in this high-speed dance of nature. It's a complex equation, but when the conditions align, the result is awe-inspiring, if not a little terrifying. Our journey then took a sobering turn as we examined the impact of high-speed avalanches. We touched upon the sheer destructive power of these natural phenomena, capable of uprooting forests, obliterating buildings, and reshaping landscapes in a matter of seconds. It's a stark reminder of the respect we must afford to Mother Nature, especially when venturing into her snowy realms. In reflecting on our exploration, we've gained a deeper appreciation of the intricate mechanisms that govern avalanches. We've learned that while they may be unpredictable, they are not entirely random. Understanding the triggers and influences can help us better predict these events and minimize their destructive impacts. Next time you marvel at the tranquility of a snow-covered mountain, remember the hidden power that lies within, capable of unleashing an avalanche at astonishing speeds.